Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. We come to Satsang to honor our real nature. And our real nature is Shiva. Means is that cannot be described by anything since it is alone. So let it breathe too. Let it speak. Allow it to express itself instead of always hearing and using the mind, which is an appearance due to yourself, your real nature. And appearance means disappearance too. So don't rely on that. And as far as I see, all the scriptures, they honor your real nature, the real nature, which is the same for all. And it doesn't touch the being and its mind. It doesn't touch the appearance. All what is expressed doesn't apply to what comes and goes. So not that there are two things, something real and something unreal. Actually, what is unreal, all this appearance, doesn't have an independent reality. Because in fact, all is that. So when one searches to know oneself, one searches who he is in reality, it's because he places himself in the appearance, in the world of appearances. So he's searching, of course, because that itself looks like veiling what is ever there. So not only the search is an illusion, but the one who searches is an illusion. So that has to be dropped. That conviction, that concept of oneself has to be dropped. Or simply, better even, just hearing this, there is nothing to drop because it's unreal. So, any question, anything you would like to express regarding this? Welcome.
how to express how to express without mind. How
When you will express without asking how, because you see, this how means the mind is in trouble. The mind wants to go there and he can't. It disappears there. So of course he feels at loss and asks how. So who is asking the question? I. Nothing wrong with I, but I as what?
quiet,
Mm-hmm.
quiet.
No, I don't ask quality. You said I. I ask this question. What do you mean by I?
To be I.
This is not the answer. To be I, but then it has nothing to do with your question. I ask, you can say how when there is somebody who asks how. Yeah? Yes or no? It has to be clear for you. It's not clear. Okay. Then you have to investigate a little bit. You have to see that whatever is expressed by you, it has a subject. How doesn't come from the sky. It comes from the mind, but of whom? A mind doesn't exist if there is no somebody appearing. Means I have a mind, and when I say I have a mind, I am that one that I'm sure I'm born with this body-mind. So how will not be applied to the mind? The mind cannot speak about that. That's what I was just saying in the beginning. Whatever you express from it, the direction is, it's always speaking of that which is undescribable. Yet one can say it is beyond a pair of opposites. You see, for example. But it doesn't say exactly what it is, but it tries to describe. And when that is clear, whatever you will express is from there. Or if it is from the mind, you don't ask how, because it is busy with something of the world. So it doesn't matter about that. Are you clear? No. Something is not clear.
When I give a word, you say that express what comes. Is that?
Then express something. I will see. Tell something. I will show you. Tell something.
About something.
Why do you ask? We are in satsang to speak about something?
To know who you are. To know who you are.
Yes. You see, we pass our life speaking of oneself as the one we think we are and of the world. So when I say let it breathe, let it express itself, it's just to have a stop. A stop that can be expressed by no mind, by silence. It can be expressed also as a song of that. It's just to say, let it breathe. Let your real nature breathe. It's poetic. Leave some space which swallows the misery, the confusion.
Don't think. Don't think.
But you see, if your real nature was depending on non-thinking, it's there all the time that you think or not. But right, in order to realize, listen well, in order to realize, give a moment of, can be only a split second, of freeing yourself to catch the mind. Many people went into jungles and I'm sure they met a terrible monkey or lion, and at that time they don't think. I don't think they were realized then. They just don't think, that's true. Which is great also. But in the life, it will. You have, when it is said, give a split second not to go into movement of the mind, it means nor you go into thinking, nor you go into non-thinking. It's not to feed I. If you don't do that, you don't feed the concept you have of yourself. Anyway, you are already that, so don't trouble yourself. And if you see yourself, if you think you are not what is expressed, you must speak of somebody. Or I mean really me, the one I see, the one I think I am. I'm not up to that. Try to see that. And if it is clear, then you just keep quiet, because all what the mind will bring you will be about the one you think you are. So the bliss, the knowledge, the peace, which often is expressed to speak about the self, the real nature, doesn't apply at all to this world. And there is not this world for the one who realizes, because everything is it. But for the one who thinks, he applies everything to the one he thinks he is, and then that's the trouble. Or I'm still attached, or I'm still not detached, or I'm this, or I'm that, and again, instead of a worldly description as all the world does, they give on top of it spiritual description. Oh, I'm not yet there, I'm this, that, and this and that. That talk has to stop. How? Because one doesn't feel interested anymore, since he feels I suffer because of this talk, these comparisons, because of this misunderstanding. And the mind will always misunderstand, always be confused about this. After all, what a nice news. Everybody is it. And no, just once for all, that talk may tell anything, you don't listen. Oh, there are more smiles now. Anybody wants to be clearer about it? Don't hesitate, you see. You come to satsang, it is your birthright to have some answers to your search. Otherwise, where you will go? Will you go to your butcher to ask him? Will you go to the toffee shop? Will you go even to your friend who is in great confusion? Then what?
Ganga.
Yeah.
2 days ago, I was practicing keeping quiet, and I was having some self-inquiry, asking myself, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was there. I thought I had found
Yeah.
my true self. But
Yeah.
then I was thinking to myself, like, it cannot be that easy. And then I thought maybe that's my mind playing tricks on me. I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah, right. So, when you ask who am I, is not to pick up a thought, isn't it, afterwards?
No.
Yes.
Especially not a thought.
Okay. So you know why you are a bit in trouble or confused about that. It's because you pick up a thought. Mm?
So from now, where do I go? What do I do?
Nowhere.
No, just keep there and keep quiet and don't pick
No,
up any
nowhere.
thoughts.
Why should you keep quiet then?
Good question.
You see, this is the answer. You have not to search in your mind for the answer. This is the answer. I am that. You don't even need to say it. I will not catch it. The mind makes it such a nothing, such a whatever, he will comment about it, that we miss, hearing the mind, we miss completely the value of it, when it's there, just there. You can say quiet, but it's not even a good word to say. So if you don't listen to the comments of the mind, you don't have that trouble. Oh, it's only that. Oh, it cannot be. Oh, it must be beyond. It must be more difficult. You see?
Mm-hmm.
It's not valued. The mind cannot value that because the mind lives on something, always better, which he never attains anyway.
All right.
Ganga, I have a question. So I don't know. For me, it's very difficult to expect.
Expect?
I mean, I forgot me.
Accept, okay.
To everything is the same. I mean, because I feel, a lot of suffering, emotions, and so everything is the same.
That's what I said.
And
But that's what I said in the beginning.
yes,
We
I know.
apply the description of what is, of what's real, your nature, your real nature, to the person.
Yes.
And it's impossible. That
Yeah.
person will never accomplish that.
Yes.
So don't worry about the person. It is as it is.
Yeah.
Who are you? That is essential. The rest.
Yeah, because I always go going like
You
this.
see, you have not left your mind when I bring you.
Yeah.
You kept your mind to not to forget what you wanted to continue to say. I was stopping that. I understood that very well. You don't want to leave your mind. I want you to see that. Do you see
Yeah.
it? You were listening, but you were not allowed it to enter in you because you wanted to keep the continuity of your mind.
Yeah, this is what I see.
Mm.
But I don't understand why I do this way.
It's a habit. You think you are that. You think you are this mind and what it brings and all that. Still. But if you were listening to me, maybe this would have been cut. And then you see, oh, I'm there and whatever, even though I didn't use my mind. And then you see who really you are, who you really are. Instead of always speaking of this actor. Mm. Do you understand a bit?
Yes.
So why do you continue your way? Huh? Maybe it's not clear enough? Tell me. I can tell in many ways.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's clear.
It's clear.
Yes.
So what do you want? That is the problem.
Ganga,
Yeah.
I want to be free from this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very happy to
course,
hear
I'm-
this. Hmm?
I'm coming here because of this.
Yes. Just now, yes,
Yeah.
I see it. So what's missing? You are free. You are freedom itself. You have just to love to tell that better than I am someone. Hmm? It will not be seen, it will not be felt, it will not be known. So just give up all those efforts to maintain someone who wants to feel freedom, who wants to know freedom, who wants to sense freedom. It will never happen this way. And you are already that. Mm. Yes.
Yeah, I would just like to know.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
I would just like to know how you find your right path, like your soul purpose. How you know.
How you know you have one purpose?
By, like, how am I here? What is the sole purpose that I should be doing in this lifetime? How do you know?
Soul purpose.
Yeah.
You know,
The soul purpose, yeah. What do you know? Go for it. It doesn't need if you know.
no, but I
If
feel
you
as if I've been searching for so long.
Yeah.
And
But searching what?
I don't know. I just.
You never knew what you search.
You know, how do you know when you're on the right path?
Yeah. You know when you are on the right path for you. If what you have inside, this demand, something which is a demand, you call it soul, okay, the soul search, at some point smells beyond rationality, whatever, it's here that I will be helped in that search. And you stop there. You don't need to have 3, 4, 5, if there is, place which can help you. One is enough. And you go for it. Did you have not found, or?
I find short-term things.
Short what?
Short-term.
Little while.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No.
So I'll think this is it, and then it's not, and I'll keep going, like, searching again. But
what do you search?
just whatever I'm drawn to.
Yeah, but what is it?
I don't know really.
You have to know, my dear. You have to know. Otherwise, everybody will offer you something different, which is the truth for the one who teaches that. But it may not be your thing. You have to know what you want. Otherwise, you will take some coffee here, some tea here, and some ananas juice there, and then your stomach is very upset.
I feel like I've been on a spiritual path for maybe 6 years, but things are happening in small bits, but it never all comes together.
Okay, maybe you have no... Yeah, but the problem, I think, is that you don't know what you search. You see, I just tell you, it may not concern you, but when one searches, it is quite rare he knows exactly what he wants.
Okay.
He wants something different than what the life offers you, offers him or her, or what the experiences give. Then he feels always unsatisfied or separate from something, or that he lost something and he cannot be complete, or whatever, everybody has a different way to express. And one day, if he hears, what the deepest search of a man is to know who he is, in fact, what the real nature, what is there, you see. Socrates, he expresses, know yourself. But still you have to know what does it mean. But you can be struck by this sentence. So if you find it may be in that direction, then generally the satsang offers that subject. But there are still many, there's a rainbow of satsang, different satsang. Nowadays it's all called satsang. If you want to be the best in what? You are an artist?
No.
No.
I just want to live a life that I feel totally happy and fulfilled.
Yeah. I understand that. And many comes to satsang in the beginning or whatever for that we're finally a happy and fulfilling life. But that satsang is quite tough because it says the life, it's in utopia to think that life will ever be happy and fulfilled. But we know something else, which is happiness and fulfillment. It's prior to the one who is searching. It's prior to I'm searching a life happy. But you see, you think that the solution of happiness or fulfillment is with the world in that direction, when it's the contrary. It's when you have to go even prior, where you already are, this eye you catch as somebody. Did you try that way?
So you mean it's really, if you feel that inside, you're going to feel it outside?
There is no more inside and outside. That is the beauty, because then you have not to jungle all the time. You see, then it gives unhappiness also. To be in, to be out. Oh, is it really the same in, out? Oh, no. It's a very troublesome and painful thing. But there is no promise that the life will be happiness itself and fulfillment as you think, as you imagine it has to be. But there is surely a promise that once you realize your real nature, which I cannot know, I, as this woman I see, or this woman you see, cannot know, because this I arises from this real nature. If you realize the real nature, this is happiness, this is fulfillment, this is, cannot describe so much. It is not catchable by the senses and the mind. So now you have to see, if you see the directions, what you really want, what is your priority, understanding that at least in this place, for me it's an utopia to speak of happiness. You have moments of happiness, of course. I'm not bitter. You have moments of fulfillment, but it will always be moments. So you will always be in search for more or for that or how it was. So that's an utopia to think it will be always there.
Thank you.
Nice to be clear, you see. Very good. There is a few practices where you have a better life, but probably you have tried too. But satsang, as I call, you see, satsang in Sanskrit, it is the company of yourself, means you abide in your real nature, you realize it. So you are not at that time in company of the mind or the senses, and that's why people speak of bliss and peace. You have to find, after 30 years, you have to find, don't worry, you will find. Just be a bit clearer about what you really want, the priority, you see? Your priority, no, and go for it, once it is clear. Yeah.
Sometimes, or also now in the satsang, there is peace and freedom, and also that I was aware that I am free, but I don't know if it's still mind or so, but sometimes it's really a deep freedom here. And and then the mind comes again, should I jump in or what else to do, or I don't know.
Jump in. You see, you never have to jump to go to be in yourself. You are yourself first.
Yeah.
And the rest come afterwards. So you don't need to listen to your mind.
Ah, okay. But it always comes in, really.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But then now I realize, I just then listen to the mind. I have to listen to the mind again.
Huh?
I just realized that, okay, I have just listened again to the mind, and that's it. Yeah.
You will not be punished for that.
And I will not jump.
No, please. We go so far with the mind. I remember with Papaji, we were in Britain, French Britain, and there is a wonderful Atlantic Ocean like here, but that place, it had cliffs more on the ocean, quite high. And I said to him, I'm jumping now, I'm jumping.
Okay.
And then he showed me how far I went with my mind. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have not to jump anywhere.
Okay.
You have not to be drawn anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to keep quiet, not hooking at a thought.
Okay.
Yes.
And when it's quiet, because he said also then... If
Quiet is quiet. Don't trouble it. If you say, okay, is it really quiet or quiet? Then why did you pick up this thought?
Yeah.
It's not quiet. Who you are is not also quiet. Look at all this manifestation. Is it quiet?
No.
Okay, so... Yeah, I don't see your face. It's so... Okay. I know you. Yeah. No.
I'll do that because otherwise you wouldn't feel.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
so often in satsang,
Yeah.
sitting here with tears
Yeah.
rolling down my face.
Mm.
Something you say, like this morning, just now, and you said, give yourself a bit of room.
Mm.
Deeply touching.
Yes, you're lucky.
Ah, that was the question.
You're lucky. It's a direct talk of yourself.
Ganga.
Where are you? Yes.
I see the golden cage of the mind breaking away,
Uh-huh.
but there's a really big fear also coming up.
It's in the cage, the
So-
fear. The fear is in the cage also.
Okay.
It's falling apart, so don't keep anything. Because as you speak, the cage part of the cage is falling away, but you keep the fear. The fear is the cage.
He likes to try this one.
It's the cage. Yes. So I'm happy you speak so that you are clearer.
So just follow it.
Don't follow anything. Let it happen.
Okay.
Can I help you today? Or you prefer to be like that?
No, I don't like to be like that.
Okay, so how can I help you? Do you see that you go somewhere which is not happy? Yeah. What do you do? Why?
know.
It's a habit. So you are not victim of that.
I know.
Ah. Okay.
I feel like a victim, and I feel like
You are not a victim.
no. I mean, I feel like I feel like uninvolved, a victim, and the doer.
You are none of that. It's because you go too much in your feeling. You see, you were feeling enlightened, and you are feeling now, what? Something? What did you feel? Not happy. So it's always about feeling. You cannot trust feelings. Don't trust them. Be freed from that. Means when the feeling appears, I'm not it. I'm not. Deny, even lie to what you feel. I'm not it. Let it pass. I don't want to see you again.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I really don't know because
I think you can. Do it in front of me once. You have power, but you trust feelings, so it eats away your power.
I see.
Don't allow that.
No.
No, don't allow that. You come to satsang to hear this, to be back to yourself, you see. So, be now very careful with feelings. Whatever you feel, let it pass. Don't reject, don't accept, but let it pass.
And if they are like constant?
No,
constantly
no,
there?
it doesn't exist. The mind makes it up. No. If you don't accept, if you don't reject, and you let it pass, it's not constant. Nothing of this world is constant. Don't go into feelings. And you speak of feelings, no? You speak. So you can describe them.
Yes.
You can objectify them. You are not what you can objectify. Stay with this, the one who sees that. Mhm.
I don't know, it's like so subtle. Like the pull into a feeling. It's so subtle and so fast. And when I'm not in my I need to be very vigilant.
No, but you don't need to be vigilant at the beginning or whenever. Listen, it's much better like this. Whenever you have enough of it, you see, it's a moment of grace. And you know, oh, what am I doing? I'm nourishing feelings, and I heard, trust that at least in satsang. I heard that I have not to trust whatever goes on changing, whatever comes and goes. I'm not trusting feelings. As for others, it would be more thought. I am not trusting thoughts, not trusting feelings with you now. And then where are you when you say that? You are not on the side of the feelings. You are here. Try. Try.
I do.
Want? Huh?
I do.
You do. Okay, so show me. And why you are not happy? If you do that, why you are not happy? You still want to go there? No.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Something goes.
Something?
I feel it feels very difficult to be happy because I see I see the tendencies going on and...
Yeah, but don't be hypnotized by that. Doesn't matter if it is dark, red, yellow or blue. Doesn't matter. You don't be fascinated by that. There is nothing there. It gives you unhappiness.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are not obliged to be their victim. You are the master. And you are not interested anymore. You shall not trouble me now. Tell that. Every time you are aware of that. You will see how you will feel happy. Be happy. Like that. like that, there are, you see, seconds of relief. You see that direction? You start to see.
Some fighter identity leaving me or left me.
If it left you, you must be very happy. Or you want to see differently. What is here now?
I cannot describe.
Okay. Then don't go to what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Because we are all in fact absolutely wonderfully all right, but we go in the past in the mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just
that's what we learn in satsang.
yeah.
So if a fighter left or came in, we don't want to carry the past.
Yeah.
That is not important. The important is to be freed from the past. You see, and it's what is done till one loves is what is real. It's like a tree appearing. Some describe endlessly some leaves which are on the branches. Some will describe the whole leaves. Some will take care only of branches, count them. describe them. More few will take care of the trunk, but still compare with other trunk, and this and that. We pass our life in describing, oh, a leaf fall, oh, a leaf came back, oh, this, oh, that. And it will be endless as long as we give existence to that. So, what is realization is not to be interested if one leaf fell or if one leaf is born anymore. Because we suffer because of that attention. Is to understand, I'm already myself. Bas.
So it doesn't matter if there is something or there is not something. It's
Great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
But once for all, huh? You're all right?
Yeah.
Yes. And as a mind, everybody has a cuckoo mind, including mine. Including mine.
You don't have a mind now.
Oh, it appears here and there, sure. I don't confuse myself with the mind. This is the whole thing. I don't confuse, you see. Confusion. The confusion makes suffer. You see the confusion. Oh, one leaf is still there. Oh, it left. And confusion. As if we were a branch, as if we were a tree. We are absolutely, we don't know what.
But we have to cut sometimes, no? and then we are the cutter also. And then
Let me see. Maybe better
it's
to
too intellectual.
maybe better to trust and to see the direction that there is no real tree. There is no real I am body mind. You see? It's there, it's real for its realm, but in truth, I'm not that. There is an appearance which I call me like that. Okay, no problem with that. But my real nature is not that.
I know.
Then go there. Don't worry for the rest. Who told you that this mind and this body has to be pure or in a perfect way, that it has to be with white color only and so on? Who told you that? It's impossible.
Why?
Why? What why? Because it is unreal. What appears as colors, white included, but there is no special colors. Why to work, why to trouble yourself to clean up this mind and this body and whatnot? Why, when it is unreal? Go for your real nature. Be totally convinced and sure this is it, and the rest you don't touch, you don't care, or you play with it if you like, but don't try to transform it to make this enlightened. This is the mistake.
But was it really?
Yes, really, I tell you the truth. And it is confirmed in all the great books, all the scriptures. I'm not inventing my own wisdom. I'm just a messenger of what has been said by the great ones only. Go to the great ones only. Yes? And I had a great master and a great grandmaster. So I'm safe and you are safe. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You see? You see?
So not inquire, not figure anything out. Just stay.
You can't figure it out what you are, but you already are it. So don't listen to your mind all the time. That's all.
Okay.
Yes. There is nothing else to do. And you don't need to have hours meditation and all that. A split second real is better than half an hour, 1 hour, 3 hours of meditation. Do you know that? A split second, a real split second, not touching any movement of the mind, quietness and agitation, just a real is better. It's real at least.
But can I do that? Don't I have to prepare? I have to prepare myself.
What prepare? You are already yourself. No, you have not to prepare. Very good. And if you like, read a few lines of Papaji, of Ramana, you will see how much it's confirmed. They don't say anything else. Okay. Trust that. Go for it. Look, you are so beautiful now. Relieved from a work which is anyway leading you to impossibility. Don't lose your time. Good? Oh, I'm very happy. What's your name, by the way?
Jessie.
Jessie.